I'm Forrest Saunders standing inside the state capitol. Hey, we are under 24 hours now until the start of the 2025 legislative session, and no one is quite sure what is going to happen when that gavel drops on March 4th. But here's a look at what could.
You can almost hear the clock ticking down to gavel drop. Lawmakers return Tuesday for another lawmaking session and a whopping 1,800 plus bills to consider. Many focused on the A word.
What else can we do in the state that makes it more affordable to keep our talent here? I don't want my daughter to go to college in 15 years or so and then eventually have to leave because she can't afford it here.
House Speaker Danny Perez wants to make home buying more affordable. No big bill on the subject yet, but little ones, like allowing carriage home construction, regardless of local ordinances, prohibiting corporations from buying up houses and turning them into rentals, and then there's the governor teasing big changes for property tax assessments.
You buy your house for $300,000 7 years ago, now all of a sudden they're telling you it's worth $900,000, and then they tax you more for that. That is not good policy. We're going to work on relief on that too for people's property taxes because I think it's ridiculous.
That would need a constitutional amendment to happen, and so far there's only a bill to study what tax cuts would mean, as watchdogs warn cutting off local governments would just mean higher sales tax. Senate President Ben Albritton, meanwhile, aims to revitalize rural Florida by improving infrastructure, healthcare access, and reducing bureaucratic rules for farmers and ranchers.
We're going to support agriculture, because that is the backbone of those economies, and we have to make sure that it's alive and well.
Some controversial bills out there include allowing parents to sue over a fetus's death, requiring E-Verify for all Florida businesses, and making them liable for violent actions by undocumented workers, plus a plan to revoke state-backed insurance for condos not complying with new building safety laws.
It's the government's job in this case to provide a little bit of tough love, but if it results in the safety and the integrity of the health of our residents, that's what matters, and I think that's what needs to be a priority for the state moving forward, and that's exactly what we're doing.
Finally, Democrats in the House have released their list of 2025 priorities.
We want to focus on Florida's families and future, and we need to support and protect our people, our land, our water, and our economy.
Among the ideas, more teacher pay, expanding Medicaid, renter assistance, and tighter gun laws. But getting any of it done will be tough, really tough, given that Dems have that super minority status, meaning a win might lack a byline.
It's unlikely that any of these bills would get a hearing. It's totally possible that some of these concepts might work their way into legislation that does move. We just know that as a caucus, sometimes you can't have pride of authorship, but what really matters is making sure that we're delivering for the people of Florida.
Now, the chambers will both gavel in at different times on Tuesday, but the governor's State of the State address, that starts at 11 o'clock in the chamber behind me. And that, of course, kicks off the 60-day lawmaking gauntlet, the 2025 legislative session. That's the latest out here at the state capitol. I'm Forrest Saunders reporting.